So they both say.
Well, it's nice to be talking to the camera again. I haven't done this in a while and I felt like something was kind of missing from the last few videos that I did. It's a Friday night and I'm at the plot, which kind of sums up my life, and I guess that's not really even something to laugh at. It's what I love doing. I find that being here gives me a real focus. Like, I think it's kind of like a shower thought. I'm here and my brain is so active, but thoughts just kind of wash through and I don't really have to hold on to them too much, and I have to focus so much on what's around me, especially if I'm weeding and I don't want to pull up the next lot of runner beans, which I have done this past couple of weeks. So it's a good way to keep your hands busy and your mind busy, but without sitting there and dwelling on things. I've been thinking a lot lately about, this is a little bit deep, but like the direction that I want my life to go in. I started a new job a couple of weeks ago and it's fine, it's good, and the people that I work with are lovely, but it's kind of shed light on whether it's the kind of thing that I still want to be doing by the time I'm 40 or 50 years old, and whether I'm going to look back when I'm that age and wish I'd done something different. I watch a lot of people who are on YouTube and Instagram and seem to kind of spend their whole lives dedicated to growing their own food and making their own clothes, and I don't know, just living this life that is so much simpler than the one that I currently live. And I have this existential thought all the time that what I'm doing and the life that I live isn't real. It's not true, it's not normal. And I don't know, maybe if that's something that I'm just watching people on, on a digital platform that also doesn't really exist in a way. So it's a bit confusing for me to understand whether the life I think I want to live, whether that's even normal or whether that's right. I don't know anyone in real life that lives off grid and doesn't live the kind of life that I do. It's a small existential crisis, I'd say, and I don't know if what I think I want is a farce or if it's legitimate, and I don't know how I get there, and I don't know how I get out of the life that I live now. A life where I've got a mortgage and bills to pay, and I have a job that currently funds the lifestyle that I thought I wanted, and I'm not sure anymore if I do want that life. So yeah, I don't know what to do, and I don't know if it's just because I'm in a position at the moment where there is change happening in my life, and that's daunting and that's scary, and so I want to go back to something that's simple, and I'm just not facing up to fear and to challenge. I've just dropped my hair clip down through this and onto a wood chip floor. That's the end of that. Yeah, I don't really know how to describe it in words. I've had lots of thoughts and lots of feelings, but actually trying to talk about it and make some sense is the hard part. So I've moved to come and sit on the floor at the allotment, which would be a good idea, except stinging nettles are starting to grow up through the soil. We raked all the wood chip up maybe a month or two ago now, probably 2 months, and we're trying to let some grass grow. That's not been helped by the incredibly dry summer and spring that we've had. We've had perhaps a day of rainfall and that's been about it. So it's been really hard having to keep on top of everything. But things are doing pretty well, I would say. The borage is everywhere. There's loads of cosmos. I can see my first dahlias starting to flower, which is really exciting. And they're actually dahlias which I left in the ground from last year and didn't pull up, and they survived all the frosts that we had. So that's been great. The runner beans are starting to form. I can actually see pods on the vines, which is really nice. And I spotted my first slightly deformed cucumber earlier. I'm really wishing that I had this kind of space at home and it was just here for me to walk out to. It's only not even a 10-minute drive to get to, but psychologically it feels further away, and coming to it always feels like a small amount of effort. You know, I can't just wander out on a lunch break or in the evening to tend to this space. But in another way, it also offers this like haven that isn't associated with home, and it's still mine. So yeah, I think there's value in a lot of it.